It's that time again when we start to build up the hype for a brand new Formula 1 game, and this year is no different. F1 22 is just around the corner, and I couldn't be more excited. With EA and Codemasters working together on this year's title, it is set to be the biggest version of the installment yet. I've been lucky enough to be given some first look access at the new game, and we'll be going through everything you need to know about F1 22. First off, the game will be available for you to grab on the 1st of July, but if you can pre-order the Champions Edition, you'll receive the game a whopping 3 days early on the 28th of June. If, however, you can't pre-order the game and need your F1 22 fix, make sure you subscribe to the channel for lots of day one content. The new game will feature everything from the real-life 2022 Formula 1 season, with all 10 teams and 20 drivers. The F2 2021 season will also be included, with an update for the 2022 season coming later in the year. As for the circuits to sink your teeth into, 23 racetracks, including the brand new Miami International Autodrome, will be on the game. It's always exciting when there's a new circuit to drive, and Miami is no exception, with high-speed corners that you can flow through to the tight and twisty section that will challenge even the most technical of drivers. Oh, and don't forget the 3 massive straights with DRS that allow for plenty of overtaking opportunities. Miami is going to be a lot of fun. The recent circuit changes to Australia, Spain and Abu Dhabi will be making their debut as well, so I'm very excited to see the challenge that they will offer. With 2022 came a brand new regulation change for the teams to deal with, giving us cars that not only look different but drive differently too. This meant the need for a all-new reworked handling and tyre model, as well as updated and improved physics from F1 2021 to accommodate the new aero and tyre rules. And you can really feel this in the game. The cars are bulkier and also slower through the corners, but unfortunately porpoising will not be in the game, which is probably a relief for any cockpit users out there. As for tyres, they are an absolute pain to warm up, just like we are seeing in real life, making it more difficult to come out of the pit and hold on to your position. All of this creates a new challenge in F1 22 that will keep racing closer than ever. All the usual fan favourite features will be on the game, with My Team, Driver Career Mode, 2-player co-op career mode and online back again for another year. Breaking Point though will not be returning in F1 22, but was hinted that it may return in F1 23. The main feature that EA and Codemasters are pushing this year is F1 Life, described as a new space for you to unlock and show off supercars, clothing, accessories and more for the world to see. Now, we don't have any footage to show off, but from the presentation it looks like F1 Life will become the new hub in F1 22, allowing you to fully customize how your home screen looks, with furniture, pictures and of course the clothes your character wears. As for the supercars, and these won't just be an aesthetic thing, no, you will be able to drive a handful of supercars in F1 22, including both the safety cars that follow the 2022 Formula 1 calendar. Again, we don't have access to any footage of this, but supercar fans, you won't want to miss this opportunity to drive your favorite cars around your favorite tracks. If, like me, those supercars and interior design in an F1 game isn't your thing, Formula 1 fans who want a more immersive experience and want to really know how it feels to be a Formula 1 driver attacking corners at 160 miles an hour now can, as virtual reality will be available in an F1 game for the first time in F1 22. But as well as VR's installment, players can also be more in control of what happens out on track, including the formation lap. Whereas before the computer would take over your car and line you up on the grid, you now have to do this yourself, making sure you don't stop too early or overshoot your box. But you can also angle your car to be more defensive if you're trying to cover off the lead. Another aspect where you will be allowed more control is in the pit stops, as you now decide when to turn in to the box by the press of a button. But be careful, turning in too early or too late can result in a slower pit stop, allowing you to lose out to your rival. Although for the more casual players, if this doesn't interest you, you now have the ability to turn on broadcast cams for formation lap, pit stops and safety cars, so you can sit back, relax, and watch these parts of the race just like it's a normal race weekend. Just like the real-life season, sprint races will now be in the game, with the length being determined by how long your main race is. These sprint races will only be available on Imola, Austria, and Brazil in career modes, but in Grand Prix and online, you'll be able to make any race weekend you want a sprint race weekend. But the biggest takeaway I took from this exclusive first look at F1 22 was when Senior Creative Director of F1 game Lee Mayfield was asked about classic tracks being added to the game. He didn't say no, but instead to watch this space. So I am now forming a prayer circle to have Hockenheim, Malaysia, and Turkey on F1 22, and every like equals one prayer. So please, guys, don't let me down. And finally, the feature we have all been asking for: will crossplay be in the game? And I can confirm it will be, with Xbox, PlayStation, and PC users being able to play F1 together for the first time ever. There you have it then, everything you need to know about the upcoming F1 22 game. What are you most excited for? Let me know in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe for more F1 22 content. Until next time, goodbye from me.